Since the inception of Call of Duty Zombies in 2008 inside of Call of Duty World at War, the Treyarch maps for Call of Duty Zombies have been iconic. Treyarch Zombies is far and away the most recognizable zombies mode inside of Call of Duty's history, but the most iconic maps inside of each game really gave the players a different sense of reality and a different view on the mode. But what are the most iconic maps from each game? Starting off with World at War, I mean, this one, I don't even know if you can argue it, it has to be Nacht Der Untoten. Going through the campaign inside of World at War, not knowing that there was a passion project at the end of it, where all of a sudden zombies were going to start running at you in this airfield, and then you were going to hide inside of Nacht Der Untoten and just defend it. The very first zombies map of all time. The start of Call of Duty Zombies, everything that we needed and everything that has led up to this point started with that very map. You could argue that Doris is right up there just from sitting on the catwalk, but Nacht Der Untoten is far and away the most important zombies map in Call of Duty Zombies history because, well, it was the first. And while Nacht Der Untoten didn't have a lot of the features that we see today inside of Call of Duty Zombies, the bare bones mode, the survival mode against these undead hordes, round after round, it was something new to the Call of Duty community and its fans. Without Nacht Der Untoten, we wouldn't even be making this video today because Call of Duty Zombies very likely would have never happened. Zombies was just a passion project made by some of the devs. They just happened to throw in there at the end of the game by dumb luck. Inside of Call of Duty Black Ops, the zombie storyline took a whole nother turn as we started to see new enemy types, different kinds of maps, and more expansive maps that explained a little bit more about an actual storyline going on inside of the mode. Call of Duty Black Ops 1 had some absolute classics, but if I had to pick the most iconic map in the game, I would say that it's Moon. The Easter egg inside of Moon with Samantha in the MPD, blowing up the Earth, spoiler alert if you have never played it before, learning all about Richtofen's plan, it was just a whole nother mode entirely than what we were used to inside of World at War. Nacht Der Toten, Shangri-La, and the like were all super fun maps, but Moon was just something different. Even today, people love going back and playing Moon, avoiding the excavator at all costs, and running that Easter egg because it feels like no other map. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is a real tough one in my opinion. Obviously we started out with Transit, and while Transit was honestly looked back on as a better map than we gave it credit for, the most iconic map in Black Ops 2 in my opinion has to be Origins. Origins quickly shot up through the ranks of the best zombies maps in history, even though it was the very last map in the cycle of Black Ops 2. And even with maps like Buried and Mob of the Dead inside of this game, Origins just felt different. We had the original Primis crew coming in to the zombie storyline for the first time. Ultimis was no longer a thing, and the stabs, the wonder weapons in this map were so good, avoiding the giant robots on this battlefield in World War II, and playing throughout the Easter egg inside of Origins just was an entirely new experience that we greatly needed for the Call of Duty Zombies storyline. Origins was also one of the first maps that Call of Duty Zombies creator Jason Blundell worked on and was a big part of. Prior to that, Jimmy Zielinski was in charge of the Zombies mode, but once Jason Blundell took over, the mode took on a whole new life entirely. The storyline settings for Origins and there on out turned out to be an amazing new setting for this zombie storyline, and Black Ops 3 really took this to a whole nother level. Arguably the best Call of Duty Zombies mode in history, Black Ops 3 had some absolutely incredible maps. Starting out with Shadows of Evil was super good, but the second map, Der Eisendrache, is in my opinion the most iconic map in Black Ops 3's history. Running around this gigantic medieval castle, finding these ancient bows and upgrading them similar to how we upgraded the stabs in Origins really brought back some really good memories from former Zombies maps, and honestly, the Easter egg for Der Eisendrache was phenomenal. We also saw the return of the Panzer Soldat inside of this map, which also was super cool to see, and the boss fight was hands down one of the most fun boss fights I have ever played. Der Eisendrache is still my favorite Zombies map of all time, so maybe I have a little bit of bias here, but moving on over to Black Ops 4, and this one was actually super tough. Obviously, inside of Black Ops 4, we had two separate storylines. We had the Chaos storyline and the Ether storyline. And the hard part about picking the most iconic map for this game is figuring out A, which storyline we think should make it iconic, and B, a lot of this game had some bad parts of it. In the end, I am going with 9, edging out Blood of the Dead. The only reason that I was thinking about picking Blood of the Dead was because of the Easter egg and the way that Easter egg ends and where it leads the story to.
I wanted to keep going. This me. My slightest heart. You won't even remember.
But overall, I think that 9's gameplay was just so much more fun than Blood of the Dead. The Easter eggs more fun. The setting was super cool and something we had never seen before. With Blood of the Dead, we had an amazing cutscene at the end. But 9 really kicked off what we were to expect inside of this game, and the Chaos storyline itself. Although the Chaos storyline was not continued, very unfortunately, the potential that 9 made the game feel like it had was unmatched. Black Ops Cold War was another tough one because this was the first game that we've had where it doesn't necessarily feel like the maps were all that interesting. Obviously the short time span that Treyarch had to work on these maps plays a huge role into that, but my friend Skeptics always says that he would not want to be inside of any of these maps. Whereas inside of the former Call of Duty games, for example Der Eisendrache, you would love to just be there and experience Der Eisendrache, but none of the maps inside of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War really make you feel that way. But if I did have to pick the most iconic map inside of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, I'm going to have to go with Forsaken. The No Man's Land beginning to Forsaken was something that was super cool to have return. I really liked that happening, and then the Easter egg for the Forsaken was actually kind of fun, and the storyline narrative will be leading us into whatever happens next in the Black Ops Cold War storyline for Call of Duty Zombies. We also had 2 Easter eggs in this map that led us back to former maps that were already on this list, including Der Eisendrache and Nacht Der Untoten. This map was full of side Easter eggs, and the storyline was super cool, the boss fight was a lot of fun, and just the setting of this map was a super fun experience to be in. And then finally we have Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies, and the most iconic map from that game is, yeah. Big shout out to all the channel members over on the channel, and an extra special shout out to all of the Zombie Richtofen members, starting off with the M60 wielding maniac, DEATHWISH, my guy, Ben the Bulldozer, and the man, the myth, the legend, TIZBRANDONZR.